Hurry, guys. Ironbones is getting away. After him.
Would you like to save this recording?
What? What? Could you play that back for me? Haribo is shored up with the waterfall behind him as a background. He's beating his shield, hopefully trying to charge a drum, sort of a bear pit with these kobolds in the room around this one people.
All the lights go out. Sparkleoneous, you splorch down to the ground. Haribo, you don't. And the log that was positioned in the ceiling swings into you. Things don't seem to be going very well, so as Sparkleoneous comes out of the water and starts the chant, we hear the chant that Haribo started at the beginning of the episode. It starts to pick up some steam here. You see the form of one of the kobolds has deviated from the semicircle that the rest of them seem to be maintaining here. This kobold appears to be scaling the wall. Hey Haribo, a thing on your belt is glowing.
Crosses over my body in these little digital triangles that connect. And Haribo says, look guys, this is what the belt is supposed to do.
Is knocked back 5 feet, just like slides back from the force of your blow. You see something change in his eyes. You point into the darkness and you hear a kobold go, ow! Then you hear a meaty thud as he falls from the ceiling. And then you see Ironbones reach back and grab one of the kobolds by the front of his jerkin and just huck him at you. And then Ironbones runs into the darkness further back into the cave, screeching and hooting like a scorched monkey.
Where's your emissary?
The trio of kobolds all sort of come up to you, crouched and sort of supplicating, and they say, "We have to bring you bad news." They bring you over to the kobold that fell from the ceiling.
Who's not gonna make it?
It's Gib, guys.
I don't have time for this. I have to check on Gib.
I was screeching very loudly. I apologize.
Who did this?
What an evil thing you've done.
It's true. It's
Margery.
I have to remember that Margery's evil. Grace is not. I have to remember. Grace is so upset. But
Margery, look what you have done. You did not even check to see if it was Gib first.
Dark.
It was dark. I thought they were.
They are all brown.
I thought they were gonna do a trap against Thaddeus.
I was really excited to have him swing in on a rope, but
he would have interrupted the duel. Well, he deserved it. No.
Curse my evil character. Well,
Is there a spare the dying we can throw on him?
He was my friend.
I do have.
Do you have the?
What do you want?
Do you?
I do. It's a cantrip.
What does it do?
I sure hope you do.
It feels like what Margery would be able to do in this moment, because she's like
you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. What's a construct?
You better
like a golem.
Margery.
Margery, make this right. If you can bring back Scarf, you bring back Gib now.
Okay, well, it just happens? I just touch it and it happens?
I don't know. Touch him.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
All right. I say, fine, all right. And I lean over and I touch Gib.
Okay.
It doesn't say to roll anything. It just says touch a creature.
It says you just touch
Spare the
him
Dying
and
doesn't.
happens.
This is so typically the reason it specifies living creature with 0 hit points is because typically what you're rocking Spare the Dying on is a player that is in death saves. This is sort of on that line of what we talked about early on about NPCs don't technically get death saves, so it's just up to Gabe on what he wants to do in that moment.
At least it only took us 1 turn to get over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recently deceased.
Gib, my friend, are you there?
Koryak who?
Oh.
Gib, my friend,
Koryak
are you there?
didn't die. Koryak didn't die. Also, M and Haribo like Gib, but M doesn't like Koryak. There's a whole list of things.
This is quite a web of interaction.
But Haribo likes them both.
Okay, back to the serious moment we're having. All right.
Gib, my friend. Gib.
I'm crying. You just can't tell.
Okay. Because I wanted to do more things with Gib and because we said that he has the soul of a homie, here is what I will offer to you. We played a brief thing where we were a homebrew class called the Commoner, which is like a pre-XP class where you can become a player character.
Yes.
Large
if you don't
Deborah.
die, you're just very, very fragile.
Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't get very far in it, but I thought it was an interesting way to bring an NPC into a party. And because we like Gib so much, I was like, well, what if it's Gib? Now, you can only have one of these folks, I think is the rule that I'm going to make for the moment.
It feels, I would say for at least me, player-wise, it does feel like Gib would be better for that because Koryak is my friend, but he has a job in his home village. We have
Koryak
I don't know what we've done to Gib, but like
Koryak's
so far he's
got
hanging
stuff
with
going
us.
on, but yeah, Gib's here for it. You said he has the soul of a homie, and he was really inspired by that.
I
And
didn't
by that I
know
mean
you
I
were
was really inspired by that
assassinating
later when I listened to it.
The soul of the traitor.
I can't believe I killed him.
Yeah, I had a whole plan for him, and you didn't trust me.
You told me to be more evil.
Yeah,
It's true.
You know,
She
No
didn't
takers.
care. She saw kobolds. She killed a kobold.
No, I would have done
can't-
the same thing. I'm not going to lie.
It's fixed. It's not a problem if it's fixed. Okay, so I don't entirely recall the rules for the commoner at this moment, but if you guys say this is our guy, this is our Gib, and we're keeping him,
This
then
is all
Oh,
good.
yeah.
This is our Gib, and we'd like to keep him.
I feel so bad.
okay.
This is a good moment for you, Grace, as a player, playing both sides of you feel bad, but Margery, I don't. Does Margery? That's a question. Does
No,
Margery?
Margery doesn't care at all.
I mean, she just doesn't feel like heart. Like I am devastated. You couldn't hear me because I think I screeched too loud.
Your mic does cut that out.
But I think Margery feels bad in that it was an act. I didn't intend to kill Gib, but not sad.
I
It's
wouldn't have shot
oh.
Gib if I knew it was Gib. Come on.
Yeah, more like that. Yeah, but not she's not gonna cry about it.
She's not gonna cry about it. Yeah. Thank you for fixing that, Margery.
You're not.
Well, I guess does Gib
Yeah.
respond?
What happens? Yeah, I touched Gib.
You touch Gib, and Gib is no longer dead. I think someone else has to do either a medicine check or if they've got any healing or anything to actually.
Oh, yeah, I
bring
guess he
him
is knocked
around.
out, yeah.
He's stable.
Oh.
Yeah, he's no longer dying.
Sorry, I'm all spelled out.
I could do it, but he's not gonna like it. Isn't that what we decided on? What my healing
It's
is like?
better than being dead.
Yeah.
Okay, cure wounds.
I'm glad Margery saved all of the spell slots.
I know because I was chasing rocks. Oh, I do have 3. Okay, so I've got 1 more left after I use this one. Okay, 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. Okie dokie. Oh, I just rolled an 8. Okay, what's my spellcasting modifier?
Back to more than full health.
Yeah.
Anyway, does our little guy speak?
Gib?
Good.
Oh my gosh! I
Jesus
don't know
Christ.
what happened. I was on the ceiling. I was gonna
All right,
come
all right.
swinging in.
All right, hush now. You're no longer traitorous Gib. You're alive. You're alive, Gib.
Now you're Gib blessed, Gib. Now, Gib.
We're blessed, Gib.
You're Sparkleoneous, a special little guy.
Well, maybe we'll get there. Why don't we start with getting you on your feet, friend?
Yeah, no, Gib has more energy than he's ever had. He's doing cartwheels and stuff.
All right. Now the rest of you see what kind of power we have.
And the kind of love we have for kobolds.
This is true.
Not me.
Says Gib, and he punches one of them.
Okay. All right. Gib. Tone it down a touch. But yeah, I mean also.
Wait
Gib.
till they give you a reason.
Yeah, Gib. We'll get there, but.
They've all given me reasons.
Oh. All right.
That-
Have you guys been mean to Gib?
No one
New
wants to make eye
rule.
contact.
New rule under Gwib. No more being mean to Gib.
That's right. In fact, actually, Gib is in charge of all of you now, I'd say.
And he could smoke every last one of you, so don't give him a reason to.
Margery, Thaddeus, make insight checks.
All right. 13.
21.
Nice.
I got plus.
Yeah, you're the most perceptive character on the team for sure.
Yeah.
plus 5.
Thaddeus, despite how neatly wrapped up things seem here, we've definitely not finished what we were doing here in the cave. Margery, Ironbones is back there with the kobold. Oh, you didn't see him. Never mind.
Maybe
Ironbones is back there.
Maybe my perception was so good that I perceived things I didn't even know existed.
Okay.
All right.
You know what? Sure. Your perception perceived. You hear low chanting.
I go shh, and I kind of and I try to just Gib, who's celebrating being alive, and try and quiet everyone down so they can also hear the chanting.
When you shush, the chanting also stops.
Ah, fuck. I said, guys, it's not. This isn't over. I think Ironbones is coming back for round 2. I hear chanting from where he ran away.
All right.
Well,
All right.
I feel infinitely more combat ready, and he has absolutely broken his single combat rule. So either some of us maybe could stay here and watch over the kobolds while the rest of us hunt down this tunnel.
I think you should tell the kobolds that you're now in charge of to go and hunt down Ironbones with us. How about that?
I feel nervous that we don't have the loyalties 100% against this specific opponent. I don't know that we could trust them to not just turn on us mid-combat and have like a whole scrum.
Are we this conversation aside, or are we just saying this right in front of the kobolds?
So I'm saying this in front of the kobolds. I would be curious, Gib, other kobolds, are there other exits out through that tunnel? Is Ironbones going to get away?
Not unless he's very determined. We didn't build any exits, but you could probably dig out if you really wanted to.
And what's that? Does anyone know what that chanting is?
That's our priest.
Oh.
So is he getting healed?
All right, we need to get it. We need to get a move on before he takes.
Wait, is the
he takes
priest
it.
the dragon guy that's been blessing all these random kobolds to make them super powerful?
I mean, if
No.
they're dragon blessed, it would probably be like a dragon itself.
Oh, got it.
Like, I mean, their group probably was blessed by a dragon, hopefully a little bit of time ago and not like now. I hope their priest isn't a dragon. That would be scary. I think we
A
pretend that's
dragon
not
priest
the
would be
case.
pretty intense. Yeah, dragons
Yeah.
are usually just dragons. Once they start having jobs, that can be a lot.
I don't know. I've never played.
Watch
I
out
didn't
for
know
a
that dragons
dragon
didn't have
banker.
jobs.
Seriously, though. Watch out for the dragon
Dragon
banker.
cheesemonger.
Mm-hmm. Even the dragon librarian.
Either some of us stay behind and watch over the kobolds. I would not mind myself because I think I have the biggest leash on them, but I also am combat ready now, and I punch my fists together and some lightning comes out. So I don't know.
I think I could handle the kobolds. I'm kind of all tapped out.
I say under my breath. I say from a little
Alright.
tube that extends out to your ear.
We can leave Gib and you in charge while maybe the 3 of us huck down the tunnel.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yell really loud
Got
if
it.
you need me.
Press our advantage.
All
I
right.
have 1 spell slot left and a lot of
All right,
cantrips.
the rest of you kobolds, my Gwib-blessed Gib and Gwib-blessed Sparkleoneous are in charge here while we are gone. Do not you dare. Maybe we should leave an extra pair of hands. I don't know that we have a full...
Line up to receive your slaps.
listen to Gib.
we should
I'm gonna-
we should probably tell Sparkleoneous not to let Gib get too out of hand while we're gone. He seems drunk on power.
I mean, maybe let him be
Come
drunk
on,
on
he can
power
have
for a
one
second.
slap.
Yeah.
He died.
It's true. It's
Scare
true.
the enemy. All right, let's get going. And then Haribo trucks off towards that tunnel.
So, kobolds,
don't
what do
save
you
that
do
in
on the
the tent for
weekends? Anybody seen any good plays lately? It's kind of sad.
We like to raid merchants.
Oh. Well, I think we could maybe work with that. Have you heard of the Merchant of Venice?
Is he rich?
Rich in culture.
Does he live nearby? Is he gonna be here soon?
Well,
Let's get him.
we could bring him here to this cave.
What?
Well, all you have to do is believe. And, well, read this whole script.
And on that note, we're gonna go to the tunnel.
We'll be ready to put it on whenever you get back.
Yeah, I think there should be a roll there just to see. I think at some point we'll come back and we'll do a roll and see how well Sparkleoneous managed to wrangle the kobolds.
I'm excited for these flashbacks or
The
these
Merchant
changes in
of
perspective.
Venice.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't wait to tell you what I rolled.
Okay.
Save it. Go
moment.
kill Iron Bones. Go kill his ass.
The tunnel quickly widens out into a secondary chamber. This chamber has torches and sconces, but they are out at the far corner, diagonal from where the three of you enter. Sits a pile of stuff, the contents of many a wagon, crates and boxes and chests and assorted whatnot. And sitting atop this pile of mercantile goods is a small shrine, is the word that I'm looking for. There are candles, which provide the only light in the room, and there is an animal skull. There is a smattering of coins and small precious stones. And in front of this shrine are iron bones and the blue kobold. The blue kobold has a stick, and at the end of the stick, floating in the air, is a glowing ball of light. And Iron Bones is hunched over and knelt in front of the altar. Perception checks, or Arcana, or Religion, whatever you want, but only one.
9.
16 for perception.
My perception is, let me look at the map. It's only 15.
Okay. I think with a 16, Haribo, you don't see this, but with a 15 and a 16, you guys see that one of Iron Bone's tattoos is glowing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan.
I will say with my level up, I get to switch around
got
my as I level up, I get to switch around my artificer infusions, and the one I have swapped totally out. I have dropped my repeating shot, so I have to like load ammunition in my crossbow, and it's not a +1 crossbow at the moment. But I picked up goggles of night, which just gives me night vision
Hell yeah.
for 60 feet
Nice.
night vision. So like
Are they
it
actual
just,
goggles?
I think like so we can see that like light field that is currently my temporary hit points, kind of like a force field, and just over my eyes it's like a little bit darker. It's just affecting. I can like see through it, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely cool.
about dark vision.
Then you see the room outlined in green.
I say now, Iron Bones. What happened to single combat? We have broken the morale of all of your soldiers out there, and they are now under our thumb. Do you think that you and this priest kobold, I look him up and down, are enough to take on us and now our army out in the foyer?
M does a 13 hit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, baby. Who is attacking me? It doesn't hit. Who's attacking me?
The energy orb at the end of the kobold's staff shoots in your direction.
I am going to... I've been fucking holding on to this action. Can I respond with an action?
If you've got a response, yeah.
It's not... Yeah, I mean, it's not like in response to, but I do have something I could do, use an action to...
Okay. I think then we will roll into initiative once you do your response.
Okay, yeah. So for thematics, as that energy orb comes to me, I just put up my hand and I like swipe it away. And then with my other hand, I pull back the spear I've been holding, and I need that kobold to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a 6.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I let loose the spear, and then I cast the spell Catapult. And I did look up the weight of a spear is 3 pounds in D&D, and Catapult works an object 1 to 5 pounds. And I fucking huck that thing, and it's going to deal 3d8 damage to this kobold. That's going to be a cool 20 damage to the kobold and the spear as well.
Wow.
In fact,
Wait, 20 damage to the spear?
8, 7, and 6. 21
15
damage.
and 6 is
Technically,
21.
the
yeah.
object takes damage too, which
Oh,
I
no,
think
Speary.
is super fun for this. So the
Spare
spear,
the
like,
dying on the
fucking
spear.
explodes. Speary, no! And now you've taken my best friend Speary from me as well. Yeah, 20 damage to the blue kobold, and I say, you hold your hand. If he's still alive.
He is still alive, but he has a midsection blasted out of him.
I say, hold your hand.
Because the spear
wizard.
basically just combusted on impact.
Yeah.
Just
all right, now Iron Bones.
shredded his robe and the cold-blooded flesh beneath.
Theory was one of the best of us.
Iron Bones.
Certainly.
Do you want to continue doing this, or are we going to take you apart as well? We can definitely save this this priest of yours. He's still alive. I imagine you're still alive down there. Yep.
Oh.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like he has too long Iron Bones, so if you care about him or yourself, I might drop your weapons, and we can talk. God, I've been holding on to catapult since we walked into this fucking place. I was like, dexterity saving throw. They're for sure going to dodge this.
That's nasty.
That's cool.
There's nothing, if they dodge, I just miss. So there's no, like, half damage, unfortunately. But
Oofa doofa. Okay. Now initiative.
11.
14.
10.
What is your dexterity bonus?
My dexterity bonus is +1. My modifier is a 13. Or my score is a 13.
All right. Margery goes first.
Oh, heck yeah. How bad off does Iron Bones look like he's healed, or does he look like we stopped mid-healing and he's still kind of messed up from the fight?
He still looks pretty messed up.
Then I'm going to cast and use my last spell slot, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against your target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Okie doke.
So I roll a d6 4 times?
I think you rolled a hit, correct?
You rolled a hit first.
You rolled a hit. Got it. And that's a d20.
Plus
D20
your
plus-
spellcasting modifier.
Okay, then it's 17.
Pretty good. I don't know if that's good enough.
I don't know, he's pretty strong.
Iron Bones
Man.
does have a high AC. This much we do know.
I just used my last spell slot for a big old whiff.
Sometimes that is the way it goes. Sometimes all your spell does is make my guy look cool. He whirls around and with his twin axes just cross cuts your magic and dissipates into a shower of sparkles.
Ah, fuck.
And he says, "Well then, come along and let's finish this."
All right, Thaddeus, me and you, Margery, you get ranged unless you want to jump in with us. I'm just
I wish I
talking
was
like
there.
captains.
My vicious mockery would kill. Oh man, you haven't. Your only hit this fight has been against magic.
Thaddeus, you're next.
How far away is he?
Let's call it 20 feet.
Okay. So I have enough movement to get there and smack him really hard.
Go for it,
That
if you dare.
is a natural 20.
No.
Yeah, who's
Dude,
cool now?
We told
Cool
him to put his fucking weapons down.
My mid-boss.
My mid-boss.
That is a total of 15 points of damage.
He's got
At least we
personal
didn't
beef.
execute her
Okay.
with a
Okay.
revolver.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Kind of iconic.
it worked out in the end.
Honestly, one of the coolest moments of that season. So cool.
Yeah, no, it was a blast.
With a nat 20 and 15 damage, he comes charging out to meet you, and it looks like he's coming in to like try and take your legs or your lower body in some way. And that might have been a good idea, except that you were ready for him. And he left his whole top exposed. And you know what's good? You know what's good for dealing with the top?
For a top?
Big hammer.
Yeah.
Big hammer.
For the flat part of a body, a flat maker.
Hey, this head's sticking up real tall. Let's shorten it a little bit. And that's exactly what we do. We bring the hammer down onto Iron Bones. We hear something go perk, and Iron Bones goes from vertical to horizontal. His momentum carries him skidding across the floor a little bit, and then he lays very still.
Your boss has fallen, Kobold. Would you like us to heal you if you would like to put down your weapons?
Oh
The kobold staggers forward. That is, what do you do?
I will hold my ground at the moment, but with my weapon ready.
Don't let him touch you, man.
Okay. The kobold staggers forward, and when he gets to within 10 feet of you, he barfs out a burst of lightning.
Oh, he's going to pay for that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he just goes and lightning in a cone that only gets Thaddeus.
Oh, cool.
But Thaddeus was all he wanted. Unless you guys are within like 15 feet behind Thaddeus.
I mean, Thaddeus actually said, you said he ran 20 feet up to start his combat.
Yeah, because I charged.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no.
All right. Thaddeus, make a dexterity save.
Oh, it would have to be Dex, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
That is a whopping 13.
Oh.
It's okay. His heroicism will block some of this.
Oh, yeah, I
That
still
is
get a hit.
correct.
Let's see. 13 is not going to do it. The lightning courses up your hammer and into your veins, dealing 11 points of lightning damage.
Oh, beans.
Fortunately, that was all heroically absorbed.
He has no more temp HP. Bring it on.
Yeah, okay. So this courses over you, and I think the way that this would work is that you are zapped. In the cartoon version, we can see your skeleton for a moment, and then when the electricity is gone, you are left spotless. You have been cleaned and are just like smoking, and that is all that has happened. You glimmer in the darkness.
He's gonna die. This kobold's gonna die like embarrassed. This spell them. All I did was clean him.
We got a chance.
That's just how it happens.
We gotta put down the dissenters so that we can give like whoever we leave a chance to like actually take care of the situation for us.
Oh, it's your turn.
Oh baby, I'm running up, like I dodge under the rest of that lightning and I whip around Thaddeus and I'm just gonna fucking hawk a fist into this blue guy. Thunder Gauntlet style, baby. Natural 14 plus 4 all attacks. I get to use my intelligence modifier now with these, I know, right? Which is plus 5, 19 total to hit.
Yeah, you smack him good.
Yay. He is going to take 1d8 thunder damage. 7 points of thunder damage.
Nice.
Wallop.
He knocked back by that?
No, but a creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn, as the armor emits a distracting pulse when they try to attack someone else.
Okay.
First the lightning, then the thunder.
Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah.
I also get plus 3 damage to that, so 10 total because I get to add my attack bonus.
Okay, dang. You knock him good. You come in from around behind Thaddeus. This kobold's mouth is still open and smoking from the lightning. And you
Slackjaw
just
uppercut.
clock this guy. Boom. Which
Never
goes
leave
the
your
thunder.
mouth open in a fight.
Yep, kobold teeth fly through the air as this guy is knocked for a loop. I think he dropped to a knee from that. That was considerable.
Are we finished here?
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
22.
That is, if you want to roll to help. Oh, okay. He
Yeah, I
goes,
think he's got it.
Yep, we're finished. Yep, I'm good.
And then I want to get in his face and I say, can I trust that you're not going to cause any trouble? And I want to have my other fist like electric, like the electricity like running through it.
Yep, you're all good. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And then I go, hey, give him a thumbs up. Back up.
he
Good
goes,
reference there.
he goes, "Hey." and then he passes out.
All right, we should maybe heal him if I mean the kobolds could still use the power. We don't need to like totally cripple their society, right? It was Iron Bones we were after here.
Not to mention the dragon might be unhappy if you knock out all his favorite guys.
We're not here to kill the kobolds. We even told Gib ourselves that we were not going to execute them all, right? Just Iron Bones.
I'm out of spell slots, so I can't heal him.
Can you at least spare the dying on this gentleman?
He's not dying. He is just tired.
He's got a
Okay,
hole
cool,
in him.
cool. I just wanted to make sure. He wasn't going to die. All right. Search Ironbones.
I think we
Search
dragged
the room.
Ironbone's body back to the main cave to show the rest of the kobolds.
But also, yes, but we should ransack it if it's valuable.
We should
first.
search his body in the room before we drag it back.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there is Ironbones himself, there is the unconscious kobold, and there is the pile of stuff in the back.
I think actually maybe you guys loot it up back here, take care of what we need, and maybe I drag Ironbones because I don't want to leave Sparkleoneous up there too long without backup. And maybe we should.
Fair.
I think the word you're looking for is supervision, not backup.
Nice.
So yeah, Haribo's gonna at least pat down this corpse, search it, and then start dragging it to the group while they search the room and the whatever's back here.
Quick pat down of iron bones reveals a leather pouch on a rope around his neck, and
Inside of this leather pouch is
inside of this pouch is a small silver key and a scroll.
Does it scroll in a language we can read?
Yes.
and it says.
It says, "My spy in Decrum suggests we keep an eye out for visitors to the area. It probably does not matter. In just a few more days, I'll completely unseal the seal. Then Decrum's people will serve as food for all those that are sent to do my bidding."
Whoa. Okay. Shit. We'll go over this a little bit later. Small silver
Signed,
key.
Calhoun.
I'll keep that note in my lockbox up here. I say I found this key. While you guys are looking around, see if this unlocks anything, and I toss it to Thaddeus.
Oh. But I just saved Gib.
You catch the key and say, "What key?" I know your games, Margery.
What?
Anything else on him before I drag the body back?
He's got his battle axes.
Are there anything special about these battle axes? Do they have maybe a name carved into the wood?
Are they named left and right?
I know he didn't say it, but
Yeah, you never asked him. No
fair.
name on these battle axes.
I'm gonna grab them just in case one of the other kobolds knows their name. See if they're. Do I feel like they're magical in nature, or do I just feel like they're battle axes?
You can make an Arcana check, but they just feel like battle axes.
Cool. I mean, I'll pick them up. I can hurl them later or give them to Thaddeus to throw.
So we cut back to Sparkleoneous, and assuming my natural 20 has anything to say about it, this is the scene that plays out. We see Sparkleoneous opposite a kobold, and Gib seated in a chair not too far away watching the scene, and Sparkleoneous is holding a scroll, and Sparkleoneous says, "All that glisters is not gold. Often have you heard that told. Many a man his life hath sold. But my outsides to behold, guarded tombs do worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs and judgment old, cold indeed and labor lost, then farewell heat and welcome frost. Portia, adieu. I too have grieved a heart, to take a tedious leave, thus losers part." And Sparkleoneous exits.
For about half of that, I forgot you were reading from a book, and I was like, Sparkleoneous. Lawrence, you did not just write this.
Time to prep.
I was like slack-jawed over here.
And I believe
Sorry,
this
William.
kobold has a line.
This kobold is two kobolds on each other's shoulders with a traveler's cloak over them.
Perfect.
And the one atop says, "Gentle riddance, draw the curtains, go. Let all his complexion choose me so." And then Gibb says, "Cut, terrible." And he goes and he starts berating these two kobolds. He says, "Sparkleoneous, you're perfect as always."
Thank you.
We're
Don't
going to
be
need a
too
bonus
hard on him.
episode where the kobolds and Sparkleoneous give me a full performance of this play, because that would be fucking fire. Just Gabe and Lawrence. Gabe is every character except one, because Sparkleoneous is only one guy, but Gabe is 20 guys.
No, Sparkleoneous can reshape himself to be other characters.
That's
That'll be
also
fine too.
funny and true. Wanted to know.
Oh, all right, Gwib. We're almost done with Act 2. How'd it go in there? Everything all right? Oh,
I dropped the
see
body.
pretty good.
We gave him ample opportunity to not be absolutely bedraggled in there, but we definitely put him through the ringer. Him and your priest, I say out loud.
Sparkleoneous says, yeah, hold that thought. Behold, everyone, your former lord, Iron Bones is no more officially. All right, so three cheers for Gwib. Hip hip.
Oh.
Hip
We'll
hip.
get there. Hooray! We'll get there. Not even Gib is joining in? Hooray!
The kobolds are suitably in awe of your defeat of Iron Bones. They're all sort of chittering to each other in Draconic. Gib comes over and he starts kicking Iron Bones.
It's fine.
Did I mess up? Did I mess up Gib? Did I?
No, he's always been like this.
No, he's feeling extra good right now.
I feel incredible.
Okay.
You overloaded him with blood. He has more blood than he began with.
50% more blood.
Now that this Iron Bone business is taken care of and your priest is, well, I should say resting, is there anyone who can speak for your group besides Gib? Gib, do you know how long? You haven't been gone too long. You could speak for your group, right? Who knows the happenings that's been going on here in the waterfall?
I suppose it depends on your question.
Mostly, who instated Iron Bones, and is there a follow-up that we should be worried about?
This seems like a topic to include the entire party on, so let's really quick hop back over to Margery and Thaddeus. Margery and Thaddeus, we have a room of potential valuables.
Oh, yes.
And also a silver key. The investigation checks, perchance?
Indeed.
General loot check?
I can't believe I walked away from the pile of loot where the named weapon is most likely to be. I am like realizing.
And if someone else finds it, does that mean that you haven't found it?
I got
would
an
agree.
18. What do I find?
Dirty 20.
Someone else definitely found it.
Okay, you said an 18 and
Sure did.
Dirty
let's
20.
see. Dirty 20. I think in this pile of merchant's goods, you can find just about anything sort of listed in the adventuring gear in the player's handbook, if there is something that you are looking for.
Well, you know how I said I wanted like a scythe thingy?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, there's definitely like farm implements and stuff in here.
Hell
you can
yeah.
definitely find a new weapon.
Are you going scythe, Margery? That's brutal, dude.
I gotta embrace the necromancer, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's very fitting. How about some black robes while we're in there?
I think I already have black robes.
Oh, do you have the black robes? Okay.
We flash back to Sparkleoneous walking along the path with Thaddeus on the way to the waterfall box trap. Sparkleoneous says to Thaddeus,
I could really go for a wagon wheel right now.
and we go back to the scene that we were previously in.
Is there a wagon wheel?
Is there a wagon wheel for Sparkleoneous?
Is there a wagon wheel for me, Gabe?
My instinct is no. Why would they take a wagon wheel back to their treasure chamber?
They could have brought
but
the
still-
goods in the wagon and then just left the wagon and overloaded it.
Okay, there isn't a wagon wheel, but there is a wheelbarrow. If you want to take a wheel off of a wheelbarrow,
Why don't we just take him the whole wheelbarrow?
We can put the wheel full stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you load the wheelbarrow full of stuff. We'll more firmly define that stuff later, I guess.
I love that. Then I can dig through the pile and see if there's anything named.
You're
the
welcome.
We took the
Bonus
treasure
stuff.
chamber
Love
with us.
some more rope.
Thaddeus, with your dirty 20, you also find a small chest sequestered away behind some things. It is locked.
Well, hello.
Does
what's
it
your
look
name,
like a
Chest?
small silver key would fit in this lock?
A small
Oh,
service
boy, it
key
does.
worth amount of lock.
You insert the key and the chest clicks open satisfactorily. Inside is a considerable amount of gold in a sack and a set of chainmail. And you immediately recognize that this chainmail is of dwarven make. The way that the ringlets align into almost scales tips you off.
That's lovely.
But what
How
size
much gold
is
is
it?
How much gold is a bunch of gold? Is it for a smaller dwarf? Because most dwarfware would be.
That's what I'm saying. What size is it?
So it's like a midriff chainmail shirt on.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
crop top.
I love that. Crop top chainmail is a look that's not been explored enough.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't going to be, but you've introduced this to the world, and now you must live with it.
He's got half.
Crop
Regular
top chainmail.
dwarf-sized chainmail. Margery, your keen magical senses tell you that this might be a magical thing that Thaddeus has lifted from the chest, and a solid amount of gold is exactly 420 gold pieces.
420.
Nice. Well, we put that thing of gold in the wagon for sure.
That's
in
a
the wagon for
satisfying
everyone
jingle.
to see. That's nice.
No, I
Nice,
close
nice,
it.
nice
I'm
of
gonna
you.
close it. Close
Yeah, we
it.
put it back
You're
in
gonna
the
close
chest
the
and-
wheelbarrow?
Okay, you put it back in the chest. You lock the chest. You put the chest in the wheelbarrow.
Yes.
Okay.
That way, Kobolds'
Okay.
little grabby hands don't go grabbing.
This is Thaddeus's chest.
I have a question about my scythe. If I want to add it to my equipment, I just don't know what to put down. Where it's like what attacking stuff. But I'm realizing now this is probably a question for after. So
No, this is a pretty easy fix. Is this a two-handed or a one-handed scythe? Is the main question.
what does a two-handed scythe looks like? Is it just big?
It's big.
Bigger.
Yeah.
It will
It
require
like is
two
over
hands.
the top of your head.
So you can't use a shield at the same time, but it should do a bit more damage being two-handed.
I'm not
I
sure
don't
if I mean
actually
a
see
scythe
it
or a
listed.
sickle.
In
Do they have a
the table of
sickle?
weapons, we do have a sickle, which is the one-handed version.
I mean, if they don't have a scythe, I'll take a sickle. It's still kind of spooky.
I mean,
that is-
with the two-handed scythe, you could just say does 2d whatever the sickle does, and is two-handed rather than one-handed. That way
It's
she
true,
can't use a
but
shield.
with a sickle, you could wield a shield.
Right,
or,
right, exactly.
In her instance, her holy symbol.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Unholy symbol.
yeah, exactly.
I'll do this sickle. I think my holy symbol is a skull.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
and now
it's
we're
a tiny-
referencing Macbeth.
It's a tiny gator skull on a string that I have tied around. I used to have it tied around my mace, but now I think I have it tied around my sickle, like the handle of it, where my hand is.
Neat. Okay, gator sickle. That does a D4 of slashing damage.
So you guys come back down the thing. Now, what news on the Rialto?
Why, yet it lives there unchecked, that Antonio hath a rich ship of landing rack on a narrow line.
Hath a ship of rich.
You took my script.
Oh, sorry. Can we take 5?
Wait.
Sparkleoneous, look, all you got to do is say the lines as they are oh, guys, what did you find?
You go ahead.
You don't have the page.
No, I just shut it.
How am I supposed to give you the line if you've shot the script?
Because I've got the script myself.
All right, well, while they are dealing with script stuff, did you guys find anything of import in the back?
We found a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I kind of lean forward closer to Haribo and kind of say it under my breath while the kobolds squabble. They probably don't want to open some of this stuff in front of them because it's theirs that we're stealing.
Margery, I'm down with a little bit of looting, but if we're leaving them as a running community, do we want to take everything that they own?
We're not taking everything. I'm saying we found some cool stuff. I just don't think we should open.
All right,
You want to
okay.
look at it, but we're not around them.
I mean, as long as we're leaving them just a little bit to live on, we don't want to
Oh yeah, no,
ripple.
there's
Okay.
plenty. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah,
You saw
we
the
didn't
board. There's a lot of
scrounge
stuff.
everything out of the pile, so they have. plenty.
I wave my sickle. Look what I got.
I see. Can I finger
The
through the
good
wheelbarrow
winds, I
just
think
real
they
quick,
call
like
the
as I'm
place.
talking? Yeah.
The good wins. I think they call the place.
That was the line.
Oh,
Yes, the good wins. I think they call the place. Is it still me? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, we're trying to do theater over here.
sorry guys. Give me just a second. Yes. From the Goodwins, I think they call the place. I think you're still up, Sparkleoneous.
What is happening?
No, I don't know that line either. Sorry.
Well,
I'm not
all
off
right.
book yet.
Well, okay.
I
Sorry,
whisper
I
that.
have the script now.
I whisper what is happening to Thaddeus, kind of like lean over, like, what is happening?
Thaddeus shrugs. I have no idea.
You know what? It takes time to build a production. Let's all take 5, please. Thank you.
Okay, but you show off your wares. You've got a wheelbarrow full of mercantile goods and also a chest. And also this new shiny armor, if that is a thing that you've taken out of the chest.
Oh, I would have put it on because that's the only way to know that it's midriff chainmail.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
So, could I just have the troop gather around for a moment here? Our new Lord Gwib, he has a few things to say about, sort of the changes between robbing merchants and the Merchant of Venice. Because, the Merchant of Venice, he's got all of his money tied up in ships, so I think maybe we should build ships.
All right. Now, first, would a couple of you mind going to pick up your priest? I would like if they would listen in on what we are about to talk about.
Yeah, a few of them go.
Me and my fellow
Also,
compatriots.
in the meantime, they've woken up all of the kobolds that were asleep and informed them of the situation. So now there are a lot more kobolds.
I would love to hear the kobold version of what went
Kobold
down.
recap?
Unfortunately, it was in Draconic, so...
There was a lot of growling and hissing.
Maybe it
Now-
could be one of those like intro part thingies. A snippet.
The whole thing is growling and hissing for about 30 seconds. And then the one that
And
woke
the
up
intro
says,
song plays, and
And on that note,
then the one that woke up says, "Live, I guess."
As we are all gathered back, I would like to first apologize for any turmoil we may have caused. This needed to be swift and decisive in the way that we have taken down Iron Bones. We are here as emissaries from the nearby area to stop, the harrying of merchant caravans on the road. And I understand that you folks have played no small part in causing this to happen. But I also understand that was under the orders of someone more powerful than you. I would like to say that now you are under our protection. Me, my champion Thaddeus, our wonderful you saw her bring gear back to life in front of you. We have power, we have magic, and we have the tunes. I point at Sparkleoneous.
And I'm made of Sparkleoneous stuff.
You all are under our protection now, and Gibbs' protection, who will act sometimes as an emissary between us. But I point to the purple kobold. Hope this is chill. Blue kobold. And I say, you, friend, what is your name?
they call me Atric.
Atric. Nice to meet you, Atric. Atric showed valiant courage in our battle. And while he had to get hit a couple extra times to understand that the battle was indeed over, I think
They
that...
kicked my absolute ass just up and down that cave.
And Patrick...
Boy, howdy. It hurt lots and lots, and I don't want to do it again.
See?
My name's Atric, and I just want to lie down for the rest of my life.
And that's perfect.
It's good here on the floor.
Yeah. And after Atric gets some rest, I look at Atric, I say, I think that Atric would be a fantastic kobold to be in charge of this group.
So I'm in charge of the group, but you're in charge of me. Is that the
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna leave you in charge of your people, but you are for sure under our protection. We're gonna send Gib back every now and then just to be certain that you guys are.
Okay, what happens though when we start raiding the merchants again?
Oh, no. You won't be doing that. What you will be doing instead is harrying those that would harry the merchant caravans. You will be protecting them from other harriers as they make their way through these lands. And then you can
build ships. Maybe.
Yeah, you could build ships, and you can loot from the bodies that you protect the caravans from. That's all your loot. I don't even.
We're not really equipped to do protecting. We're more of we're kind of an ambush troop.
That's perfect. I'm just saying maybe you can set up some certain points down the road to ambush those that would ambush the merchants. But you can't be ambushing.
It would be a tough sell to say, hey, we've got this great protection service. All you need to do is have these kobolds hide in your wagon. And if anybody tries to hurt you, they'll just jump out.
I mean...
Here's the thing, is that kobolds are not... They're about as weak as it gets as far as protection services go. It is just unguarded merchants that they are able to trap with their great traps.
Yeah, but there are other kobolds probably in the area that are still harrying merchant caravans. I feel like this is Maybe, or maybe not. But they can't be. You can't be harrying any. You can't be taking on any merchant caravans. That was our whole point out here. If you aren't going to be protecting them, that may be fine. I was looking more for a way for you to utilize your abilities to still be able to sort of loot and grab treasure from the dead bodies that you defend the caravans from.
It's not really. Where are we gonna get tribute from?
I'm sorry.
We gotta have tribute. We gotta have tribute is why we're raiding the merchants. We gotta have that tribute for the dragon. Ironbone's people took all our tributes. We've had to redouble our efforts.
So if we left a good portion of this tribute back for you to just hold on for a little bit, could we return with your store of tribute to protect yourselves? Maybe we could have a chat with this whom you are tributing to, and maybe we can come to an understanding of a slow down in what you are tributing, as long as it is used to defend these caravans.
We can definitely take you to, half a mile of where you can go and have a chat with him. Yeah, sure.
All right. We will maybe see when we come back.
But we will definitely need the tribute, and we'll need that chest back with the money, because we got to give it to the dragon, and then we'll need more from you next month. You see the predicament that we're in is, tribute. Tribute has to keep tributed.
I whispered to myself, I said that they were under our protection, but there's certain things we can't necessarily protect.
We're your responsibility now.
Have you thought about
I'm Attrick, and I'm your problem.
Have you thought about a trade?
Of what?
Like plumbing or woodsmanship?
Way to earn money?
Could chop firewood, that would be good. I still like this boat idea. I'm really, the merchant of Venice he's got his money all tied up in boats. There's a lot of money in that.
If you were able to strike a deal with the merchants passing by I know that it isn't your forte now, but in the nearby future, if you did a little training for protection, then you could still be getting an income to serve as tribute for this patron of yours.
Or you could use your skills that you've had making traps to turn into agriculture, digging holes. You guys made that whole log trap. That's, you've got skills.
Yeah, and it really hurt him kind of a little bit.
Okay. I mean, since the kobolds have been cowed by you guys, they're like game to do whatever you suggest for them. So if you at points want to invest your downtime in training the kobolds, I think Thaddeus, you would have the opportunity to train them to be guards, ? Some sort of
good.
I suppose. Or Margery, you could also train them to do like forestry.
Evil.
Or something evil.
I got that down.
Straight
I think that's why
murdering.
we're here.
You
'cause
could
they were
definitely
doing
approach
evil.
them privately and discuss evil with them and see how they feel about evil.
Okay. Why don't we huddle up and figure out an exact pitch? Give us just a few moments.
Yeah, this is definitely a zoom out, long-term conversation about what we do with the kobolds, because you do have their tribute. I think the tribute that you guys have looted from them is next month's tribute. Dragon demands 420 gold pieces.
Every month?
It's a rad dragon.
Every month.
I think
We became responsible. Instead of it's like we have a little society now.
I think
We've
that
adopted Gib and the rest
No,
of
that's a
his
lot of gold
brothers.
pieces. I've just decided 200 gold pieces every month.
Oh man, we got 2 months of tribute right here.
You have 2 months of tribute right here. If you want to devote all of 400 of that to tribute, you have 2 months of tribute. You could also have 1 month of tribute and 220 gold pieces.
Yes, we should. I mean, we absolutely should not take all of their tribute. We might as well have killed them if we just take their tribute. If we leave it with them, we leave ourselves 2 months to figure out this situation. We can bring back the tribute that they stole when Ironbones was input, and then we give ourselves a little bit of time. I think that each month, this group could easily make this amount of gold. I kick the chest by helping merchant caravans. This is, I think, not a problem. They're probably going to get more by helping than they are just by like harrying.
Yeah, it's a pretty reasonable amount of gold, I feel like, and the safer the roads are, the more merchants that'll come through, and the more merchants that might be like, well, fuck it, I don't have any guards. Sure, kobolds, come and help me.
It's true. If you guys resolve this merchant problem, I can introduce a homebrew merchant mechanic into Deckroom.
Cute.
We'll have a rotating cast of merchants that might come through with interesting nonsense.
Named
Ooh, I
weapons,
like
maybe.
Margery, you seem the most attached to the chest and the gold inside.
This is just like, that was also just the greatest thing. I totally forgot that they needed trivia. I was like, oh, free gold, score. So like, maybe I was thinking of my evil brain.
I mean, you could definitely come back and take it.
It's very true.
It's true. If we're wanting to solve as many problems as we can, then we should leave enough tribute for them for this month coming on. So that way they're not bothering anybody. And then we have a month to figure out maybe how to make things better.
I think that's honestly a fair point.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Seems
we can
pretty
leave
fair and equitable. As long as I can have some of that gold. I did do a lot of performances here today.
Definitely.
So are you gonna talk to the dragon and try and renegotiate this tribute situation?
Hold on, we're not done talking yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to laying on the ground then. Just just nudge me when you need me.
All right, break.
I definitely think that is on our list. We have a few more pressing matters, but we're going to for sure leave you enough tribute for this month, and that will buy us a little bit of time to come back and train you up so that we can make this pitch to your patron with kobolds trained behind us. But right now, what we need from you guys is to reorganize yourselves and rest up, begin minor training drills while we are gone. After we figure out the problem with where old Iron Bones came from, we will return for sure.
And let's come up with a safe word for the traps that you guys are going to reset in the mouth of the cave.
All hail Gwib.
Okay.
How about, don't put a trap?
I kind of like the first one better.
Yeah, I like that first one better too.
Me too.
All right, all hail Gwib.
And if we don't
Gwib.
return,
And
we
they
will
all,
send
They all
Gib.
sort of huddle up and they start chanting Gwib together.
Gwib, 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 gwib,
Oh, that's
gwib,
cute.
gwib, gwib,
And if
gwib.
we don't return, we will send our emissary Gib in our place, but he will definitely be joining us. Is that all right with you, Gwib, or would you like to stay and take ownership of this group?
Nah, stick with you guys.
All right, Gib.
Heart of a homie.
I reach out a handshake to Gib, and I say, "Welcome to the team."
It's good to be here. Someone killed me real good, but you guys brought me back.
Well, I don't know who it
I promise that we'll never tie you to a tree again unless you ask us to.
Cool.
So then we each
Excellent.
get baller 55 each. Awesome. And then I want to do a leaf. I want to leaf through this wheelbarrow. I also want to ask the kobolds. Anyone? I brought Iron Bones axes. Are these just normal axes, or was he able to utilize them in a way that I am unaware of?
I think they're just normal axes.
All right. Thanks, Gib. I appreciate it. And then I'd like to at least root through the wheelbarrow, see if there's any fun things that stick out, because they just sort of I imagine they just picked up an armful and threw it into the wheelbarrow.
Ooh, and I'll be having one of those wheels, thank you very much.
All yours.
Okay,
The wheelbarrow only has one wheel on it now.
All right, good luck getting anything back.
I'm realizing now, there's actually no wheels on the wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow has one wheel.
One wheel. But I look through it. Investigation check? Or am I just
yeah,
leaping
sure.
through?
Investigation check.
Okay. Investigation check 15.
Okay, I think you see, if you're looking for just standout stuff, I think you see a few bolts of nice fabric that stands out amongst this merchant goods. You might be able to barter that for something, or tailor something poorly, or repair something. You could make a really nice awning for your hut with this fabric.
I pick it up. Well, no, because we're going out. We're not coming back. I point at the fabric.
Where
I
are
say,
we going next?
I mean, I imagine. So, I guess
fine.
I dig through. You can have the fabric. For Sparkleoneous, I wonder how this would taste for you. I pass him the fabric.
Wait, you don't want to sell it for money?
I'll put it in my pot for now.
Or we could, maybe. Money is not particularly on my mind right now. As of next, right? Isn't our next step heading towards the mountain? I know that we said we didn't quite want to do that, but that would be where the rest of the goblins went, right?
Yes, now we need to save the goblins. Now that we've saved the kobolds.
Right.
Should we go? Wait, we need to go tell the guy that we fixed the kobold problem so he can give us information, right?
Yeah, but that is just taking some time away from, if we leave this now, the days it takes us to return, we're losing goblin lives.
Fair.
We can turn in our quest later, I feel.
This is definitely a choices matter choice. Going back probably will take you you would probably arrive back in town in the evening. The mountain is like a ways away. Goblin map not to scale. I do believe I said that at one point. Probably a week's travel to get to this mountain. So I think actually by that math, the goblins haven't arrived, or like the hobgoblins haven't perhaps arrived there yet. They may still be a few days away from arriving at the mountain.
It sounds like to me that we need a driver, and I know just the man.
Oh, Boston. I didn't realize it was so far away. Maybe we do go back. We resupply. We let the Lord know what we have done and what we will continue, or what we plan on doing in the coming months with the kobolds, and that he can give us the information. But we unless not mundane. What's his name? The funny wizard fella that came to town. Wilhelm fella. Unless he is pressing for time, we have definitely something I think that overtakes priority. At the moment, we can of course get this information, and maybe something out in the mountain is what he's looking for, but...
Yeah, maybe he wants to come with us. There's room in the wagon.
Maybe Wilhelm wants to join us. He could point us in the right direction. But I think a night back home, since it's just this evening, right, might do us all wonders.
I can make us a snack for our journey.
Perfect.
And get my thingy.
Yeah. All right. Gib, would you care to accompany us back to Decrum?
I go where you go.
Perfect. You just have to be on your best behavior. You can't go, you were kicking Iron Bones, and I know that they're, he's not for you guys.
They did me wrong.
You can't, you sure, Gib, but we got to be
slaps and kicks for those who do me wrong.
That's fair, but if someone does you wrong in the city of Decrum, I'm gonna have to ask you, unless we agree that maybe they did you wrong enough that you keep your slaps and kicks to yourself.
I'll make the judgments as I see them.
The power's gone to his head.
Yeah.
I will help her Gib while we're in town.
Gib, I did say that we weren't going to tie you to a tree anymore, but Mr. Dwarf over there is not a tree, is he? Tall like one, but
there are some similarities. Okay, fair enough. I like my hands free. For Gib things.
For Gib things.
All right, Atrick.
then.
We are gonna go converse with the town lord of Decrum about our exchange here, and we will return shortly. And if we don't, again, Gib will, to let you know how this plan is progressing. But again, until then, be relaxing, getting up your strength, and beginning drills so that we can come in earnest to train.
We will train our bodies.
Wait, should Thaddeus show them a simple drill?
Yeah, I'll give them some basic military style drills that they can do while we're gone.
And make sure everyone's off book by the time we get back.
We're really making these kobolds into better people. Both they can kick ass, and they also, are learning Shakespeare.
They're gonna put on a play called "Harrying the Merchant of Venice."
Wait, is there anything in Merchant of Venice that they shouldn't absorb?
Yes, we did.
It's giving them knowledge.
Scene 3, Act 8. Act 3, Scene 8.
It's just it's just not a good time for it,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Skip that scene. We'll pretend it didn't happen.
Just set off back to Decrum. Gib is walking behind Margery, and he whispers into her ear, "All hail Veltruun."
He is different.
Oh,
I made a minion.
He is different. I'm so excited for you guys to do evil together.
What the fuck?
I'm so delighted.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, A Wider World, DM'd by Gabe Stringer. The players this season are Lawrence Jennings as Sparkleoneous, Grace Stringer as Margery Ridgeback, Mike Harrison as Thaddeus Ofkoot, and myself, M. Williams, as Haribo Tamagotchi. This is the episode we named our first character after a listener. Thanks to @ChefBuddha over on Twitter for giving us all the love there recently and in the reviews of the podcast on Audible. If you want your name mentioned as a character in our show too, make sure to tweet about us using hashtag DDAD, or leave us a review wherever you listen in for your chance to be included in a future ep. We also make a bunch of stuff for use in your home games. Make sure to go check us out on Instagram at DDADPOD, that's DDADPod, or even on the Patreon, where members can access our entire catalog of items, or even our first season of the podcast, Delta Dawn, at patreon.com/DDADpodcast. That's patreon.com/DDADpodcast. We will see you folks on May 23rd for the next episode. We've got some steam to blow off, and we're doing it back in Declan.
Payback for like me being mean to his 2 fake elven children.
We did ignore the children.
No, it's not.
No, you'll
Fake
know when
elven
it's
children. Remember,
You'll know when it's payback for that.
No.
that's
You're
their
not rolling
problem, and
death
I'm not
saves
about to
yet.
handle it through a third party.
Out of nowhere, those children are going to inconveniently just pop up.
The next 10 inconveniences, I'm going to think, damn, it's those elven children, isn't it?
I feel comfortable with that because I made them at least calm down about their situation. So they're not mad at me. Like, I'm not going to help you,
It's
but
true.
you're fine. Just chill.
Yeah, but you're
Gotta
with
go
us.
back and actually listen to like the podcast version of that interaction to see.
Oh, no,
how it
it's
actually went.
it's equally as rude. There's just less pauses. Yeah.